Hey y'all, my name is Sarah and this is my Flosstube Sarah Stitches. This is my channel all about cross stitch and books. I always, at the end of my videos, I have a book talk. Today is actually Christmas Day. I just want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas if you celebrate Christmas. I hope that you've just had a really good day. This year, Christmas was different for us this year. We actually had our big Christmas last weekend because of my daughter's work schedule. So we all got together at my house last Sunday, and we, the family was here, and we all exchanged gifts and just, had a good time visiting with one another. But it just really, I've never had to do Christmas early. And so it just really threw my whole week off. My days were off and everything. It just, today really didn't feel too much like Christmas to me, but we did go over to my mother-in-law's house and eat lunch, and my son and his wife came in. They don't live too far from us, so they were able to come in, and so that ended up being a good day. And so we are back home now, and so I thought, well, let me just get on here and try to film a quick Flosstube. It's been a lot longer than what I really wanted it to be. But I just had a few things go on, and I will talk about those at the end of the video. Before I get to my book talk, I'll give a little life update. But so with that, I will move on to. I want to start the video off with my giveaway winners from the last video. That I had 3 giveaways in it, and so I have done the comment picker for them. So, and what I will do is, because I film on my iPad and my comment picker is on my iPad, so what I'm going to do is insert a picture also of the winners. But, so I will start with the first chart was Be Thankful by Country Cottage Needleworks. And the winner of it was Krista Thompson, Fancy Floss Stitcher. So congratulations, you're the winner of that chart. And my second one was for the Prairie Schooler, Happy Christmas. And the winner of this one is, it's RWA 3457986. You are the winner of Happy Christmas. And for the Snowman Trio from Country Cottage Needleworks goes to Fifth Daughter. So congratulations. I'm going to put my email address in the description box, and please get back with me with your address, and I will try to get these in the mail just as soon as possible. So I hope y'all enjoy your charts. So with that, I will move on. I've got several FFOs. So a couple of them were things that I stitched last year, and one is a redo, and the one I had not FFO'd, and then 2 that I stitched this year. So with that, let me grab them here. I've got, my table is a mess. I actually tried filming this yesterday, but it wouldn't, I don't know, it wouldn't load, and I just didn't really like the video, and so I thought, well, I'm going to refilm it today. So my first one that I have is by Sugar Stitches, and it was in the January, I think it was like a January sampler, but I only stitched the snowman part in it. It's a really cute chart, and this was a lot of fun to stitch. I like her charts. I've got a few more that I want to start, but they are also one of these that do the DMC, and kind of reminds me a little bit of Shannon Christine Designs, the way they use their DMC, and just really good. Just the way they chart it. I just like how they chart it. And I don't, like I said, this was last year when I stitched it. I don't think I used call-for colors. I think I just used something similar. But this is on an 18 count I don't know the name of it, but as you can tell, it's got the sparkle in the fabric. But I made it into a little pillow. And this is my back. This is just a styrofoam, a foam, just a snowflake that I had, came in a pack, and I've had them for a while. And so I just decided to, I kind of painted it blue to give it a little bit more of a dimension to it. And I just glued it on the back of my pillow where I had, because I sewed up all the seams. But this is it. This was, I tried to sew the rip rack in it. It's it's pretty good. I think it turned out okay. But my other one I want to show you, I had a big problem because I actually sewed it first. This one was second after I kind of figured out some of my problem. But it was still hard to keep the rip rack even in it. But yeah, I like it. So this is my first finish. I think this will be just real cute to put up for January. My second FFO is one that I actually stitched a couple years ago when I first got back into cross stitch, and I had actually FFO'd it a different way. And you know, I was new, and just now I didn't care for how I had it FFO'd, and so I wanted to redo it. So this is my redo. This is the Chalk Full series by Hands On Designs, and this was Snowy, and this is stitched on an 18 count black, and I think it's so cute. I love the chart. And this is my back. I just had this red and white, kind of reminds me of candy canes actually, fabric, and I once again I cut the center out to stuff it, and then I made a little patch, and then I had this wood snowflake, and I painted it white, and I glued on the back. But this one here made me want to, I came real close to throwing this out. I mean, putting my machine up and hot gluing, getting hot glue out and hot gluing it together. And a lot of it was me. I was the problem. I had threaded my machine wrong, which I know how to thread it. I just wasn't paying attention. I had threaded it through the bobbin. You know, when you load your bobbin, my machine's got a little spindle thing that you wrap the thread around, and then you load your bobbin. Well, I still wrapped the thread around that little spindle thing, and then I loaded my machine. Well, that caused the thread to break. It got hung up 2 or 3 times. I had to unwrap it out of the little part that moves up and down. It had gotten wrapped up in it. And you know, I was like, what in the world is the problem? Because I had already sewed one pillow together, and I've got it to show you, and I didn't have any problem. And then I thought it was the rip rack, because I did have problems with the corners. They are very thick. And I had watched Elizabeth Ann Can Stitch. She put out, I think it's one of her newest videos she put out, and it's a tutorial on how to sew a little pillow with rip rack. And y'all, she made it look so easy. And you know, she's very talented and very talented sewer, you know, can just make anything she wants. And so to her, yeah, it was easy. And it's a very good tutorial, I will say that. But I had issues with the corners and keeping it even. But yeah, I was about ready to chunk that machine and get the hot glue gun out, because really and truly, if you could do these with hot glue, because you're not going to see it time you turn it back inside out. You know, you turn it back right out. But I did, after a few minutes, I figured out what I had done, and then when I got my machine threaded right, it worked a whole lot better. But I still had problems with this corner here, so I had to hand stitch it. And if you look real close, you can see it's just real, the rip rack was real bad in it. And so what I did is I just covered it up with a covered button, and I just made a little rip rack bow up there. And I think it's cute. I do like it, and you know, it's just for me, and it definitely, you know, learning curve here with this, learned some things, but I think it made a very cute little pillow. So that was my second FFO. Yeah, I was beginning to think, I'm not meant to sew. After that, I was just about ready to pull my hair out. And so, and then my third pillow I did, this was actually the first one I sewed. And it's the one that I stitched last year. This was with the book club by Sapphire Mountain. She does, several charts a year. And she picks out books. And this one was A Christmas Carol. And so this was the only one I have actually stitched and finished. I've got several of them. I just never started them. So that will be one of my goals for this next year, is I really want to do the Little Women chart and Sense and Sensibility. But, and kind of display them year round, because I'm going to keep this out year round. But I think it turned out really cute. It is the Call for Colors on just a 14 count tea-dyed Ada. And so, and what I did is, once again, here's my bag. And I had a Christmas tree. It came in the same pack with these. And so I painted my Christmas tree. And then I just hot glued my chenille on. I just, because as I sewed them all up, and this was the last one that I actually finished, and I had just had enough of sewing. So I just hot glued it, and it works fine. You know, like I said, this is just for me, and so I like it. So I think it turned out really cute. So that's my third FFO. My fourth one is one that I don't know if I even showed it in my last video. I may not have started it. So I don't know if y'all have seen this. But this is Mary. This was the free one that Hands On Designs put out last year. And so I've always loved it. And so I stitched it on just white 28 count Ada. And I glued in some white pom-pom trim and then just some red fabric back there. And I just finished it off with, this is actually part of gift wrapping ribbon, but I thought it looked really cute on here. And just some greenery and some little berries I had. But I just wanted to tell y'all, really, to do these circle finishes it's not hard. I actually used, this is what I used as my, is for the small circle, is I just used this and I traced it onto some cardstock that I had. It's much easier for me to cut with scissors. And I just cut out like 2 or 3 of them and I glued them together to make it sturdy. And so that's how I got it, my circle. And then I just gathered the material with the needle. You know, I kind of did a whip stitch around it. But I will say this, I've got to you need a good strong floss for this thread, because mine was not quite strong enough and some of my were a little bulky, but I just went in with some hot glue and fixed it. But I definitely need to get a stronger floss, because you got to be able to pull it tight, and mine kept wanting to break, and so I could not get a good tight pull. But I really enjoyed it, and I love how it turned out. So I will, you know, I'll keep it out for, I don't know, I will probably take down my Christmas sometime next week, because I go back to work I got out this past Tuesday was my last day to work, and then we go back on the 4th. And so I would like to have it all put up time I go back to work. So I'll leave it out for a few more days. But I just love this. This is just a little red burlap ribbon that I had. And so I just tied a little bow. I think it's cute. I love this one. And my last one is one of everybody's favorites. I've had so many compliments and just people talk about how much they love this one. And I got it finished and I got it framed. And this is Dancer. This is out of the Punch Needle Primitive Magazine, last year's winter edition. And this is by Barbara Anna Designs. And this is called for flosses, but my fabric was 28 count, Picture This Plus Dawn. And I love this. This fabric was I just love how it all looks. And I will definitely leave this out all year. This was not the frame that I had bought for it. I had bought a 8x10 frame. And it was really a pretty frame, but it was too big. I should have measured it before I went to the store, but you know, I was thinking, oh, I got this in my head, you know, I know what it looks like. And I was thinking the antlers were actually bigger than what they were. And so I actually had this frame at home. And so I was able to use this frame, and I like how it turned out. So just a nice, simple finish that spotlights the stitching. And so this was my dancer finish. And so that is all my FFOs. I will move on now to my whips. I have a few whips. I've got a new start, and I think that's it. No, 2 new starts. I don't think I had this other one started. It's been a while since I filmed. So I will start with, I'll go ahead and start with this one. I can't remember if I showed, because I haven't worked on it lately, and I don't remember if I'm showing you the same thing as I did in the other video. I apologize. But this is Santa Claus is Coming to Town by Autoline Stitcheries. And I'm just stitching this on a 14 count blue fabric, navy blue fabric that I had. And mostly, I think, called for, I might have switched out one to something real close. But this is my progress. I think it's really pretty. So that's that. And I think I am, because you get 2 different versions when you buy this. One has the snowflakes up here, and then one version has the reindeer. So I'm still debating if I want to leave snowflakes or put Santa and reindeer flying. So, and I got several charts with Santa and the reindeer flying. I'm a sucker for those. So, well, that doesn't want to, there we go. Okay, and then the next one I've worked on is, oops, I dropped, hold on just a minute. I want to show y'all this in a minute. Okay. I've worked a lot on this one lately, is Brenda Gervais, a cup of Christmas cheer. Isn't it cute? I love this. I'm just really loving her charts lately. I think if I could, I'd stitch every one. But this is my progress. I am using, well, just what I'm kind of stitching from stash. If I had it, the call for, then I used it. If not, I substituted for something close. But the face and the red, all this is called for. I think the only one I changed out was this green. But I just think he's so cute. And this is on a 28 count teal. And I think I did put a dunk of coffee tea dye on it. And I just think he's so cute. I was really concerned when I first started stitching it, because when you look at it up close, his face really looks pink. But, you know, from here, it doesn't. I like it. So, all I got left to do is, and you can see it a lot better in person. It's not coming across real good right through here, but his beard, and then I've got some more greenery here, and then there's another candy cane, and then some snowflakes. And then I will have that done. This will be, I really want to try to get this one finished before the new year. So I can, this will not be a whip that I carry over. So that's my goal. Because really there's not, the most part is that stitching of that beard. And it is a lot. But, you know, there's still a week left. So maybe I can get it done. If not, then maybe I'll get it stitched, finished like the first week of the new year, something like that. I'm definitely going to keep this one out until I do finish it, because it is so close. Now is a new start, and it is, I finally started my hometown holiday series, and the first one I'm working on is Main Street Station. And this is the reason why I chose this one is the train. My dad when my son was like 4 or 5, we have a train yard here. And there's also a train museum with it. And he used to take my son to that museum all the time. And they would go and just watch the trains as they left and entered the train yard. They would go out and just, go get them something to drink and, sit out there for a couple of, I don't know how long. But anyway, that's something they enjoyed. And so when I saw this, I knew I had to stitch it. Hold on, I'm fixing to sneeze. No, maybe not. Anyway, my head is starting to stop up. We, just like the rest of the country, I believe, the United States anyway, we have been having this, here in Arkansas, this weather has just been all over the place. Y'all, we were down, single digits, and then with the wind chill, we were like negative 15, negative 12. And that's just, we're here, I'm in the South. I'm in Southeast Arkansas. We're not made for that. We're not used to it. We don't like it. And we're just like, we're in the 40s. This is for the first time we've been above freezing for a week. And the week before that, it was just rain. And then it was real foggy because it would get, temperatures would drop and then they would raise back up. And it was just a mess of a week. And then we had that cold front, that Arctic air moved through. Now, we did have a little snow, but it was just a dusting. We did not have any travel issues whatsoever. And I just, I've been watching some Flosstubers that live up in the northern part of the United States, maybe Canada too. But, they got it much worse temperature wise too than we did. I mean, I think somebody said like negative 20s maybe. I'm not sure. But yeah, I just don't know how y'all, this is unusual for us. We think 50s cold. When we get in the 50s, we're cold here. But, I don't know how y'all deal with it every winter, like that. So yeah, it's really starting to play havoc on sinuses. So back to my stitching piece though. I kind of got off the subject, didn't I? But this is my progress. And I'm loving this. This is, I think, call for colors. I think I did have all the call for this. And I'm stitching this. In person, you can see it a lot better. This lighting in this room is not very good. The sun is clouding up and it's not, the lighting's not good. But this is the fabric I'm using. It's 28 count casual linen. So, and I just went with this because I'm going to do them all in this fabric, and I knew I could find more when I needed. My plan is to finish them in like on, right now I want to finish them on like little blocks of wood or styrofoam, and like next year display them like a little village. That's my plan. And then my last whip that I have is Silver Creek Samplers, My Christmas List. Now I am doing the Priscilla Blaine conversion. She's with Stitching with the Housewives, and I think she stitched it several years ago. But I bought the floss pack off of Fat Quarter Shop, and so I'm using that conversion, and I love it. I'm stitching it on a 28 count, I think it was a evening blue, maybe, or denim, I can't remember now, with some coffee tea dye. But this is my progress, and I love it. So I just love the bright colors, how they just stand out on it. So that is everything I've worked on. Excuse me. I did plan on starting this already this morning, but I haven't. I watched It's a Wonderful Life, and I should have been stitching while I was watching it, but I wasn't. I was, I don't know, I just watched it. And so I had recorded it last night. It was on channel NBC. I was going to say 4. That's 4 for us, but I was like, well, it's not 4 for everybody. But NBC, it was on NBC. So I recorded it and I watched it this morning. And so, so I will be starting this later on this evening. Because my plan is after I film this and I just get it started loading is to do nothing. So, but stitch. So, but I love this. This is Santa Stops Here by Brenda Gervais. And I have all called for. I even have a call for fabric, which is something I've never done unless it's been on black or white, something like that. But I have never purchased the actual call for color. But these are all and some of them are still in the bag. Because I just, these were some that this is part of them. And then I had ordered my local needle workshop, the Shepherd's Needle. They didn't have all the weeks, so I found them on, I think 1-2-3 Stitch. I ordered them. So these are the rest of the call for colors. So these are them. And I'm using the fabric is the Winter's Brew by R&R Reproductions, and it's a 36 count. So this is it. It's still in the bag. I'm not gonna take it out right now, but make a lot of noise. But I can't wait to start this. I love this. Oh, I know one thing I was gonna say. I'm switching up how I store my floss. I have started using the Floss Away bags. And y'all, for me, this has been a life changer, a game changer. I love these. It's just so easy. You just, you know, and these already have the hole punched in them, but you just put your floss in here. And it just is so easy. I do have some rings. I'm gonna put all these on a ring. And I've got them hanging up in this closet here. I've got them on, the ones I've done, I've got them on rings, and I've got like all my 900s on a ring, all my 300, you know, like that. And it is so easy just to go grab that ring. I've got them in order, and it has made my life so much easier going to look for floss. I was bobbinating, but that, I don't know if I just wasn't doing it right. I don't know, but it just got really messy. And then I would never put them back in numerical order in the box, and it just would take forever to find floss. And so I have decided to use these. And then I also have seen another floss tuber, I think several of them, a few people that do. They bought the snack size Ziploc bags. And so that's what I'm gonna start using too. Because, you know, I can get 200 in this box for, I don't remember how much the box was, but I got it at Walmart. So, so yeah, that is one thing I do plan on doing next week, is getting the rest of my floss organized before I go back to work. We don't have a lot going on next week, so I shouldn't have any problem. I am going to go eat lunch with a friend one day. She's coming in for New Year's to stay with her mom. And so we are going to eat lunch together, so that'll be fun. But other than that, I don't really have any plans. So that is everything that I've worked on and stitched on. I do want to, I had a question in my comments, and I got really behind on my comments, and I'll explain why. But I did want to answer this question. Somebody had asked me, oops, what the measurement of this piece that I had showed last time. I got it at Michael's, and I believe it's 5.5, basically 5.5 by 7.5, 7.5 inches tall and 5.5 wide. So I hope that answers your question. But I think this will make a really cute, you know, you can put lots of smalls will fit on this. Be cute. So, and you can paint it any color you want, stain it, paint it, whatever you want to do with it. They had it, it was originally $7.99, but when I bought it, it was I think 50% off. I think it was when Michael's had their 50% off sale. So that's, and I showed it last video. So with that, I will move on to my haul. What all and I got quite a bit of a haul. So first thing I want to show is I had ordered from Primrose Cottage Stitches. You know how they're doing those finishing ribbon packs, bundles? I ordered the Christmas plaid. And so this is the ribbon. And I've already been in the white rack. But I got, and so it's kind of tangled here. But it came with this black, a nice size piece of black pom-pom trim. Well, here. There we go. There's the pom-pom. And then there's the nice piece of rack. Depending on your piece, you could get 2, possibly 3 out of that. I've already used the white up though. And then some white pom-pom. So I thought that was very well worth the money. I was really pleased with that. They had a winter one, but I think I waited too late to get it. When I went to look the other day, it was gone. So I don't know, maybe they'll put some more out. I don't know if they do. But I also got some black Jacqueline, 28 count, because I'm going to stitch. This is going to be one of my New Year's starts. I have joined the Teresa Koget's Patreon, and this was one of her charts that she put out, and I just think he's so cute. So I don't think I'm going to stitch winter. I think I'm just going to leave it with that, and I'm debating. I don't know if I'm going to leave the cat in the pouch. I'm not sure, but I just think he's really cute. So this will be one of my starts. I also bought, when I ordered all my week's floss from 123 Stitch, I got Plum Street Samplers Hello Spring. I love these charts, and so I want to stitch each season. And so I got that one. Isn't it cute? And I also bought Stitch Some Happy. I've been seeing lots of cute finishes with this. My friend Sandy with Stitch with Sandy has got a really cute finish. And she also had posted in one of her videos from her stitching club that she's in. I think they all stitched it together. And she showed how different ladies change the colors and all that. And so it really, I really want to stitch this now. So I think this is so cute. But I also like the colors in this too. These are kind of my colors. So I may not, I'm just looking at it. I may not change it. I'm not sure. If I changed anything, I might change that yellow from around. I may not put it on there or put a different color. I'm not sure. Then I bought, this was my Christmas present to me, the DMC Floss color conversion, you know, and this is the actual flosses. And y'all, this is, I love this. This is a life changer. I mean, I've already used it, and it's going to be so worth it. I don't know why I didn't order it sooner. I mean, I just never thought to, really. You know, when I go to place the order, it was just something I never thought to get. But I just love being able to actually see what each floss looks like, because, you know, like me, when you look at them online and on the pictures, sometimes they are completely different in person, you know, and I know it's the case with fabrics a lot of times. And so this is one of my favorite purchases that for cross stitch yet I've made. So I love that. And also, this will be a new start coming up for New Year's. I think I'll talk about that in a minute. But I bought the cookie cutter ornaments from that quarter shop. I just love these. And I think I had seen somebody said, Kimberly, her name just left me. I said Kim, but I knew it wasn't Kim. Kimberly has changed the colors, and so I want to go back and look at one of her videos and see what hers look like. But I also like the colors of this too. So I don't know if I'll change them or not. But I think they're super cute. And I went ahead and I bought the little pie tins, the little tins for them. And I went ahead and bought the round sticky board. So I thought, well, I'm just, because these were all together, you know, so I knew these were going to fit. So just, you know, make my life a little easier here. So can't wait to get these started. Super cute. And so with that, that is everything that I have worked on. So now I will talk about briefly my plans, and then I'll give my life update, because I do have some very exciting news to share. But first of all, I am going to try to film a video later on in the week, maybe Wednesday or Thursday, with my plans for the new year. I don't think I'm going to do, quote, 12 by 12. I might have, I don't even know if I'll have 6 new starts, but I am going to try to get some new starts and work on whips on New Year's Day. Kind of join in, not with the 12 by 12 though, but I do want to join in on it. And I also want to talk about how I'm going to, what I want to stitch on in the coming year, and some plans that I have for that. I do really want to try to be much more organized with it. I feel like sometimes with me, I see new stuff come out, and I just, you know, it's just like, I want to stitch it right then, and then I buy it, and then I don't stitch it, and then something else catches my attention. And I have got lots of charts and magazines that I really want to work on. And so that's going to be one of my big goals, is to stitch more stuff that on hand that I have. I'm not saying I'm not going to purchase anything, because I'm not going to say that, because I know I will. But here's one thing I did buy. And I found this at the Dollar Tree. Just walked in there the other day. And I think it's the perfect size. And I think what I'm going to do is, for each month, put my whips that I want to work on, and if I want any new starts, that kind of thing in it, and pull it out of here each month. They, I bought 2 of them, and I'll find another use for the other one. But they also had the red and black check also. I thought it was just as cute as it could be for $1.25. So I bought that. Oh, and one more thing I forgot about too. I found this at the Dollar Tree for finishing. It's $5, but of course, I'm going to take this off, and I will juice this up, or put, you know, fix it up, or put something different. But I thought, wouldn't that be cute to put a finish on? So, and I kind of would like to, I've seen lots of people, and I know these are not new charts, but I think they were put out by, was it Country? I don't know if it's Country Cottage Needleworks or Little House Needleworks, but it's the houses each month. I really like those. I had started the sampler one that they had done, and I kind of got tired of those. I didn't want to stitch them anymore, but I do like the houses. And so I'm seriously thinking about starting those. And I think those would be cute finished on here, and put for whatever month, a coordinating wreath or bow or whatever up there. I think that'd be really cute. So I'm kind of thinking about purchasing, maybe start it for April, because then I know I would get the April house done. If I started it in January, surely by April I'll have it finished. Maybe start a couple of months ahead of time, so I can get some stitched up. So that's kind of my plans. And like I said, I am going to try to get a video out later in the week that will go in more detail about my plans. And so, so now to my life update. And so my exciting news I have to share is that I'm going to be a grandmother. We found out, it was right after I filmed my last video, that my son and his wife are expecting their first child in June. And so we are so excited. I've already been looking at things. Of course, we won't know the sex until, I'm thinking sometime in February. But you know, that's not stopping me from looking. I've already got some cross-stitch things in mind that I want to do, depending on if it's a boy or a girl. And so, but yes, I'm so excited. This will be my first grandchild, and so just so excited. And the good thing is the baby's due in June, which will be during my off time, and so I will be able to you know, to help out whenever she needs the help. So I'm super excited about it. So so yeah, that's my most important life update for you. I will say this, you know, just I've had some back issues, but they seem to be better. I had gotten down, I was doing laundry, and that's one reason why I didn't film, is because I was down in my back for a while. But I did go to the doctor. It was muscle spasms, and they put me on they gave me some muscle relaxers and a steroid, and that really seemed to help. And I haven't had the issues with it anymore, but I got tickled. She was like, well, there you go. You don't need to do laundry anymore. And I was like, yeah, I agree with you on that. I agree. But my husband doesn't know. But anyway, so that's really, after I shared the baby, nothing seems to be important to me about life updates. And so, so I will, now I'll, you know, if you're not interested in the book part, I understand. And I just thank you for watching. And I will see y'all my next video. And so with that, I'm going to move on to the book part. And I don't really have a whole lot to talk about as books. I haven't read much at all. I've been listening to more things than I have read. But the book I'm currently reading is The Wedding Dress Sewing Circle by Jennifer Ryan. I'm not far at all. I don't even think I'm really out of the first chapter. But I've heard lots of good things about it. And it really, you know, that first chapter, and I know it's really kind of early to say I'm going to like it, but I do feel like I'm going to like the book. But I have read, Jennifer Ryan wrote The Kitchen Front, which was a book that I read, I think, last summer. But I loved that book. And so I'm hoping that I love this one. But I will say this. I noticed in The Kitchen Front, she would put in between the chapters, like, because it dealt with a BBC cooking show back in, was it World War II? Can't really remember, but because of the rationales they had to have, food was very hard to come by, and so people had to get real creative with how they cooked. And so she would have little recipes in between the chapters and actual facts about the rationales and the food and things. And that was very interesting. And she has also done it with this one. I don't know if it's going to be in every chapter, but she started the book off with clothing coupons because they evidently had clothing rationals. Yeah. And so this was back in 1942. And I just thought this was really interesting because it said they gave per year 40 coupons per person per year. And then just a little bit of like a woman's skirt suit or long coat were 18 points. A dress was 11 points for wool, 7 if not wool. A men's suit was 20 points. Well, that's half your points right there. You know, and they even went down to like yards of fabric were 2 or 3 points. Shirts were 5 points. And I just thought, and it says here, brides are expected to wear their best dress or skirt suit for the wedding, unless they are in military. In that case, they wore the uniform. And this was, the source was the Ministry of Trade Materials. I just found that very interesting. So if you like those, you know, like historical tidbits like that, you might like this book. And so I really want to get a lot of it read next week. And then the rest I've listened to. I listened to these. It's by Jan Karon. It's the third book in the Mitford series. It's I can't ever remember this title of this book. It's the, oh, and now I can't find it. Where was it that I had it? Oh, here we go. These High Green Hills. And I just, once again, I love these books. The person doing the narrating of the book, it does a really good job. You just picture him being Father Tim. And so, yeah, just love this book. It's just a good listen. And then now I'm currently listening to I'm listening to a cozy mystery. And it's called Twas, the Knife, Knife, Before Christmas. And it's by Jacqueline Frost. And it's just your typical cozy mystery. It takes place in Christmas time in a little small town that everything centers around Christmas. And of course, the girl that the main character has gotten herself caught up in another murder mystery, but this time her best friend is the one being accused of the murdering. And so she's trying to clear her best friend. And, you know, it's just your typical fun little cozy mystery. I enjoy them. You know, they get a little corny sometimes, and you got to laugh about them, but they're just fun for me. I guess kind of like a mindless read, so to speak. And so that's what I'm listening to right now. Do y'all have any of your favorite Christmas time reads that you always read? I don't really have one. I listened to The Christmas Carol last year when I stitched that pillow. And I did enjoy it. But I just like to read during the Christmas season, Christmas books. And I've got a few others that I just didn't get to reading, but I might still read them, in January. I can still read them in January. But I think one of them is another cozy mystery, and I'll have to look. One of them was, I've got it on my Kindle. I can't think of the name, but it's not a thriller or cozy mystery. I guess it would be more in the lines of a romance, so to speak. But yeah, that's all I got for books. And so I just thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.